Master trainers. Usually the training that is given through the projects or international organizations, they prepare some master trainers. So in that case, if we look at the Bridges project, there were people who were trained as administrators, as heads, and as researchers. So they could be called master trainers because they got the training from the master organization for the organization which was running a project. So those people could be called master trainers. These master trainers can contribute a lot to the training of the educational systems, the teachers, the schools, the administrators, and the research bodies. But what happens is, because of the population, those master trainers are not yet enough to take the responsibility. So there are not many people who have taken this training, and they cannot take all the responsibility. They cannot take all the work that is supposed to be done in the education system at provincial and national level in villages, towns, and cities. So the trainers are less, and the people who need this attention to be trained as teachers, as administrators, as school owners, as people who are running the schools, as researchers, are much more greater in number than the master trainers. So there has to be more increase in the projects. And as said before, the government should not only rely on the projects that are being run internationally or by international organizations. We should stop being dependent on international communities to help us do things. We should find out ways to run these projects nationally ourselves. It will save our money, our time, and also the pressure that we will be getting from the international organizations. Only then we can become respectable and honest to do our work, when we do our work ourselves. It is unfortunate that Pakistanis, they go abroad to work in labor, but very few people train their own professional abilities in their own country. Most of the Pakistanis are known as workers or laborers abroad. Very few people are known as trainers or running projects. It is a proud thing to know that the engineers from Pakistan do go abroad for certain trainings, and people from the armed forces also go for training abroad, and that is a sign of pride for all Pakistanis. Similarly, it is a desire of every Pakistani that people in the education system should be able to provide training in Pakistan and should be able to go abroad as trainers. So we should stop depending on people coming from other countries to train us and run these projects. It will be a pride for all Pakistanis when we are running the projects here and making them successful, and we are really focused on benefiting our students from those projects. We are not running those projects as a means to earn money. We do not want to use this profit for the profit of our monetary investment. Rather, we are working on the human industry, and we would like to work on the human industry to benefit the human race in Pakistan. Research in education has to be a priority within the education system. Hardly there is any research going on in the education system related to education topics. It is very difficult to find references from the Pakistan education system to be looking for any projects that are working in Pakistan on education. All the students who are now in the education system, or all the teachers who are working as teachers, all those heads who are working as heads, and all those owners who are running the schools are compulsory to go through a system in which there is some research going on. It should be an obligatory thing for them. It is an obligation for them to go through the research, find out. It is not necessary that you have so many topics on your research. Just take one topic and work on it. Just take one subject and work on it, and you will be able to find out the roots of the problems, and you will be able to write about it and inform people what do you think, how the problem can be solved. Research institutes can be established at the national and provincial level, And these people who are doing the research should be encouraged by the government. They should be provided facilities and they should be provided supervisors to help them and make the research more and more common amongst the people, so that the understanding of educational system is increased amongst the masses, and they do understand what is the purpose of education and what guidelines are required to gain education.